Good evening to all. The 40th medical term that we'll be discussing today is menstruation, simply known as the period, the monthly changes that takes place in a female. So it is known as the monthly shedding of the uterus lining. So the blood flow happens because of the uterus lining being broken and it starts bleeding. So, what is the main purpose? Why is a female uh, made, or the biological body of a female is made in such a way that this particular process takes place? Well, it is the body's way to prepare for pregnancy. So, it's a monthly series of females' body's reaction, especially with the influence of hormones like estrogen, progesterone, follicle stimulating hormone, and even the luteinizing hormone. So, what is the average period where this takes place? It is usually every 28 days, but it can vary between 21 to 35 days according to the person. But this mechanism has two overlapping processes. One is the ovarian phase, other one is the uterine phase. Ovarian phase is where the egg development takes place and it is released, whereas the uterine phase is where the real uterus lining uh, gets prepared and then later gets shedded off. But even though these two overlapping processes are present, there are four phases. The first one is where the uterus lining breaks and the blood flows. That is what we call as menstruation, which happens for around 3 to 7 days. But at the same time, there's a follicular phase where the pituitary gland releases the follicle stimulating hormone, which helps in the maturation of the follicle, and that can produce estrogen. Ovulation is when the luteinizing hormone is at the peak, and this is when the mature egg is released from the ovary at day 14. And then the luteal phase is where the egg is released and empty follicle transforms into corpus luteum, and that produces the progesterone and the estrogen. So usually this menstruation starts at around 11 to 14 years of age, which we know as a menarche, and stops at 51 years, that which is known as menopause. Symptoms can be abdominal cramp, bloating, etc. There are times where you need to consult the physician when there is, for more than 90 days, if there's no menstruation, amenorrhea, or irregular bleeding.